All right, Roger, all right. I'll look at your damn report. Only because you have the tenacity of a pit bull. I warn you, though, I'm not going to change my mind about that project.
Why don't we pass on business talk for the moment? I want to know what happened.
With Vaughn?
Really, Roger?
No, not with Vaughn. What happened to cause you to leave town?
Oh, nothing much. You lied to me. Fletcher drugged me and dumped me in Arizona. My nephews were marrying themselves off without so much as a fare-thee-well. The simple answer is I got sick and tired of you all, so I stayed away.
I don't think the answer's simple at all. I think it's the case of a badly bruised ego.
Nonsense. Badly bored psyche's closer to the truth. In any case, traveling's been the perfect antidote. It's given me an entirely new perspective on the silly, insignificant things I used to think were so important. What? You're laughing at me? Why? I'm serious.
No, you're funny. You really had me going there for a moment. Come on, new perspectives? You haven't changed. You can't stand not being in the thick of it.
Do I look discontented?
Listen, I'll bet my bow tie you've got a stack of international newspaper business sections in your stateroom in at least 4 languages, and that's the reason you vetoed my report. You, dear Alex, have never made an uninformed business decision in your entire life. I will further bet that you got a copy of the Blakewood Towers report on board right now.
The reason I said no is that this is not, I repeat, not a viable project. The tower height...
The tower height has been reduced. The danger is gone. I have with me a copy of the new specifications for your perusal.
I'm impressed. The height-wind ratio was the problem my engineer had when he checked it out for me.
We got very lucky. We found a man named Neil Everhart. Very interesting fellow, quite bright, and he's the guy who found and corrected the problem. Also, Gary Swanson seems to hate his guts.
Which is good for you. Pit one against the other and control both.
Well, that's true. But I honestly think you'll like Mr. Everhart.
And you're trying to get me to change my mind about the veto.
Oh, no, much more than that. I'm trying to get you to come home.
You're an absolutely amazing man, Roger Thorpe. When I left Springfield, you were a wanted criminal, locally and internationally. So notorious you had to lie about who you were, even wear a mask. And now, you are a vice president of my company. That's remarkable.
That may be the nicest thing you ever said to me.
Don't misunderstand. That's not to indicate I changed my mind about this or coming home.
I wouldn't dream of pressuring you. I have a much better idea. Let's do something we used to do together on a world-class level.
What precise that?
Why? Talk about people.
Oh, yeah. I admit I am just starved for gossip from home. I mean, it is the biggest disadvantage to international papers. They don't seem to care what happens in Springfield. Now, of course, I've been in touch with Philip and Alan Michael. How's Holly?
You have kept yourself thoroughly up to date, I see. Why do you ask?
Just curious. Knowing the intensity of your mutual animosity, I'm amazed you're both alive.
I guess we're both survivors.
And how is Sonny?
Oh. She is an amazing woman.
Isn't she, though? I just had a feeling you two would find one another fascinating.
Oh, you were right.
I usually am about people. It's instinctive. So how is she? Somebody told me she was still living in the same house she shared with Josh Lewis. That's crazy.
Well, actually, until recently, she was living with me. But she's moved back.
My. You've been a busy fellow in my absence. Is there anything else I should know about you?
I skipped the last page of my report. I think you better take a look at it now.
It's your resignation from Spaulding. Why would you do this? Surely not just because I vetoed your project.
You've underestimated the importance of this project to me.
Roger. The inability to accept no as an answer can be a very dangerous quality in an executive. It is at the very least self-defeating.
Perhaps. Nevertheless, that's the way it is. Well, you now have all the elements of the situation in your hands. It will be interesting to see what you do with it. Oh, I've suddenly found the idea of a swim very appealing. Oh, a voluntary swim. I don't think I should trouble Vaughn for a pair of his trunks. Do you?